Hi everyone, I was hoping that this next little video would show the good things about this particular sterilizer. As you know, I'd ordered one a while back and it arrived broken. They couldn't get the spare part, so they refunded me the money of the actual price I'd paid for the item and the postage. But needless to say, they didn't pay the £12 that the duty was on it. It came from Hong Kong, and consequently, because it wasn't in the EC, the European Community, I had to pay that tax. Well, okay, I thought, well, I won't give up. I'll get another one. So I looked on eBay and there was another one which was sold by a Spanish seller. You can see it's boxed. Anyhow, it arrived today. The postman came to the door, rang the bell, and I said, my parcel's arrived, thank you. So I picked the parcel up, great expectations that I was going to do a video on the good things about this actual sterilizer, but things didn't go accordingly. When I took it out of the box, I unpacked it, took it out of the box, everything's there, the instructions are there, the power lead's there. Probably notice it's from Spain, so it's got a Euro 2-pin plug, which isn't a problem. I'm showing you the part from my other one that I got that was broken. You can guess from that that there was a problem with this new one. Yes, there was. When I plugged the unit in, I thought, well, I'll get a glass ready to put the UV light under it. You're not supposed to look at the UV lamp, it's not very good to the eyes or skin. Anyhow, I slipped it under a glass, turned it on, and nothing. Not a sausage, nothing. So I thought, oh well, it might be the fact that the adapter I'm using is no good. So I tried it elsewhere. In fact, I tried it in a proper Schuko plug, which I've got some, and it still didn't work. So the next thing was to say, well, okay, let's take the bulb out, which would have been in the new one, take the bulb out and try it in my other one, which has got the English plug on it. It's exactly the same thing, except one's English and one's European. Well, as soon as I changed it over and tried it, the lamp lit up. So I said to myself, well, the problem's on the power unit. So I thought, no, I'm not going to take it down and strip it down and repair it. I'm quite capable of doing it, but why should I? I paid good money for this particular product. It's an Aquael UVC. It was virtually, well, it was in the box. Alright, it wasn't sealed in the box. There's no indication that it was sealed at one time. But obviously, it was never checked. And when I say checked, I mean by the manufacturer. I'm not holding any responsibility on the seller. He gets a product in good faith and expects it to be working as the customer would. So this is down to the maker, Aquael. Well, my opinion of that company rapidly went down. And that's not all. Trying to get the lamp out of the old one is a horrible arrangement. It's not clear what you're supposed to do. The drawing does show it, And I had worked it out how you take it out. You take the outer, which is this part here, comes out of that part, that fits in there. Now, the idea is, it's a good idea, but it's not a very good design. In fact, it's a terrible design. You should be able to change the bulb without turning the water off from the filter or whatever you're passing the water from. It's possible, looking at the other one, there's two more little things there. Well, that middle one you turn round, which is very tight, and eventually it is on like a bayonet fixing inside there. I can't really explain it, but suffice to say it is blooming tight, and my finger and thumb are still in pain trying to release it. Well, I finally released it, and I changed the power supply unit, and the lamp works as it should. Now, I do say, never look at this lamp. They are not very nice. It's UV. It doesn't do your eyes any good. It doesn't do the skin any good. But if you've got a glass, preferably a thick glass type of glass, or a bulb which is made of glass, put that between the bulb and your eyes. That will stop any UV. I must point out now that the glass tube within this is also thick glass, so it must be a special glass. Years ago you could buy glass called Vita glass, and that would allow you to actually sunburn or suntan behind glass, and I'm assuming the glass that's in there is either Vita glass or a form of quartz. It doesn't look like quartz, but anyhow, that's what it should be. Anyhow, I thought, well, I fitted it back in. I thought, I'm ready. Let's go and disconnect any water from the tank. I didn't want to get flooded with water, so I done that. Anyhow, long and short of the story was, I managed to join these up to pipes that I had from my Eheim filter. I mention Eheim because, in my opinion, they're still the best. Good old German Eheim. So they can make good stuff. Anyhow, the pipe that come out of it wouldn't fit these. I say it wouldn't fit these. I had to get some hot water to make the pipe sweat or stretch, and eventually got it round those. Now what you then do is use that screw there to tighten up against the pipe, and of course the pipe was too thin, so I had to get some insulating tape and bind round it. I think it's okay. You've got to make certain that that is safe, and I've done that on both sides. So it's got some insulating tape, the unit's in there. These are supposed to last, the lamp is supposed to last, I think it's for about 8,000 hours. I saw it somewhere on the blurb. We got the GB. I can't actually see it. My eyes are not too good now. And yes, 8,000. It's got 8,000 hours there on those instructions. Whether 8,000 hours is a very generous figure, I don't know. But anyhow, the lamp does work, and it gives out this bluey UV effect. It's a special lamp, not new. They've been going for years. They used to use them on air cleaners. You'd have one in the toilets or near places which can get a bit pongy, and the idea is to reduce smells. Well, in this case it's used to kill bacteria, algae spores, algae pieces of algae that are floating about that are free in the water, and the idea it kills it off. Now, I'm going to give my opinion now. I know I'm not very happy about it. I'd have liked it to have worked first time with all the bits that worked. But I thought, well, I'll let you know how I experienced it. Someone else might go and buy one and find no problem. But the two problems I had was two items. Granted, the first one was a second-hand job. But in my opinion, it had never been checked. And it was sold to me with a broken glass. I did get the money back. There's the glass there. And then I bought this one from a dealer. Paid top money for it. It wasn't cheap. At least I didn't have to pay import duties. One of the advantages of being associated with the EC, which we're about to throw away with our marvellous scent. Worst thing we could do. Anyhow, I've said before, I'm not going to get political. It hurts me a lot because I know people out there from England who don't honestly know what they're going to do. In two minds about selling up their business, and will I be able to travel freely on the continent? I know so many very nice people over there. I must admit, I consider myself to be European. I'm half Canadian, and I feel more European than English. I really, it has knocked me really for six. It was all on lies. If the general public realise that, then something can be done about it. But it's all lies. Porky pies. Anyhow, thanks again for watching. As I say, my opinion is, do you buy one of these or not? I honestly don't know. If you're handy with things, repairing switch modes, power units, which this obviously is, I'm going to just tell them it didn't work and see what they do. With a bit of luck, they might send me a whole new unit. I can dream. Anyhow, once again, thanks again. I'm going to try and put another bulb video up next. But I thought this had to be said. I know it was a bit political, but as I say, I feel strongly about this, and I think we're heading towards disaster, and I mean that. Anyhow, thanks again. Any comments please make. I don't mind if they're good or bad. Any publicity's publicity, good or bad. Hopefully good, but it can be bad. Anyhow, thanks again, and I'm signing off. Thanks.